Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about our first lesson, our Earth. So this lesson is very interesting, which tells us about how the Earth was formed and how the movement of Earth is happening and how the Earth was divided into different sectors and different divisions we can know in this lesson. First we'll see the key points. First one is Pangaea. Pangaea, it is the name of one supercontinent from which the present day continents were formed. Present we have 7 continents. These 7 continents were originated from one supercontinent, that is Pangaea. Second one is Laurasia. This is one of the 2 continental parts into which the supercontinent of Pangaea was broken up into. So this Pangaea was divided into 2 parts. In the 2 parts, one of the part is Laurasia Gondwana. The second part of this Pangaea is broken up into. So this is Gondwana is the second part and Laurasia is the first part, which are divided from one main landmass, that is Pangaea. Next, Tethys Sea. The sea which separated the continents of Laurasia and Gondwana. These 2 parts formed from big landmass called Pangaea, and these 2 parts are separated by one sea, that is called as Tethys Sea. Next one is Pacific Ring of Fire. Here Pacific Ring of Fire means it is the area which is located coastal areas of Pacific Ocean, which countries are getting mostly the volcanic eruptions. More volcanic eruptions will happen in this area. About this point we can learn in the second lesson of the social subject. Next one is grid. Grid means where the number of items or things joined together is called a grid. Here a network of latitude and longitude drawn on the surface of the earth. So we are drawing some lines, latitudes and longitudes, they are imaginary lines. These lines are interconnecting each other and it is called as grid. About these latitudes, longitudes, and I will explain separately in this lesson. Next one is longitude. So in this grid, one of the lines, imaginary lines, or these are the vertical lines. The imaginary lines which are drawn from the North Pole to the South Pole. So they are drawn vertically on the globe. Imaginary lines, these are called as longitudes. The total longitudes are 360 in number. Next one is equator. 0 degree latitude is known as the equator. So this is latitude. So this is main latitude of all among all latitudes, and it is the biggest latitude, and it is also known as equator, which divides the earth into 2 equal halves. Next one is latitudes. These are the latitudes, imaginary lines, which are drawn horizontally on the surface of the earth. So these longitudes are vertical lines, vertically drawn imaginary lines, and whereas latitudes are horizontally drawn imaginary lines. So these imaginary lines, these latitudes have 180 latitudes, total 180 latitudes, and longitudes we have 360 longitudes. Next one is Arctic Circle. This is 66% of degrees north latitude is known as Arctic Circle. So north side, above this equator, when you are going up northern side towards north side, 66% of degrees north latitude is known as Arctic Circle. Next one is Tropic of Cancer. This 23% of north latitude is known as the Tropic of Cancer, and this also I will explain in next sessions when we start the lesson. These all are belonging to this latitudes and longitudes. This Tropic of Cancer, next Tropic of Capricorn, these all belongs to the latitude and longitudes. These points I will explain elaborately in the coming lesson. Next one is spaceships. A spacecraft, especially one controlled by a crew. It is spaceship used by the astronauts who are going into the space for doing some experiments about the planets, about different planets, moon, etc. So the spaceships are just like aeroplanes, but which are very uh, having a very lightweight and will go very fastly into the space. Next one is solar system. The collection of 8 planets and their moons in orbit around to Sun, together with smaller bodies in the form of asteroids, meteoroids, and comets. Solar system is nothing but it is a combination of different planets, stars, sun, moon is called as one solar system. Here, previously we have 9 planets, but Pluto is removed from the list of the planets, and it is 8 planets, and each planet having some moons like Earth. Earth is having one planet, that is moon. So like this different planets also having some moons. Next, planetary. Planetary means relating or belonging to a planet or planets belonging to a particular planet. So it is planetary winds. Suppose planetary winds is there. So the winds which are going on the particular planet. So it is called as related to the particular planet. Axis, an imaginary line about which the Earth rotates. Axis means main catching point where the point fixed. With that point, the Earth rotates on its own axis, means own base. Next, orbit. The imaginary path on which the planets revolve around the Sun. Here, orbit means one particular way, one continuous way where the planets move around the Sun. They are called. It is called as orbit. Next, revolution. The movement of the Earth around the Sun through an imaginary orbit. Revolution, rotation, these both are different. Rotation means the Earth rotates on its own axis, it is called as rotation. And when the Earth rotates on its own axis at the same time, rotate around the Sun, so it is called as revolution. Next one is crust, the outermost layer of the surface of the Earth. So Earth is divided into 3 parts: crust, mantle, and core. So this is uppermost layer of the Earth, that is called as crust. Second one is the next one is mantle, the layer of the Earth just below the crust. So the layer which is next part of the down of the crust, it is called as mantle. And core, it is the innermost layer of the Earth, means middle part of the Earth. So they have some distance, there are some measurements up to kilometers, how many kilometers the crust is spread, and how many kilometers mantle, like that, how many kilometers core is spread. You can learn in the lesson, coming lesson. Next, meteorologist, an expert. A meteorologist means an expert in or a student of meteorology, a weather forecaster. Weather forecaster means weather reports. Every time we are listening from TVs, that is about weather, especially in monsoon seasons. So the weather we will forecast, we will say about the weather. They are study about the weather. They are called as meteorologist, and the study of weather, the course is known as meteorology. And geophysicist, geophysicist, an expert in or a student of the physics of the earth. Physical, uh, physical part of the earth. We will study about the physics. Means all this uh, natural aspects of the earth. So these all we will study is known as geophysicist, and the physics is the subject we will study about this physics. And continental drift, the theory proposed by German meteorologist and geophysicist named Alfred Wegener about the formation of the present-day continents. Continent drift. Drift means nothing but movement of the continents. So this German meteorologist and geophysicist named Alfred Wegener, he studied about the movement of the different continents, and he studied about them and mentioned that the continents are still they are moving. Next, last one is Mesozoic, an interval of geological time from about 250 million years ago to about 65 million years ago. It is often referred to as the age of reptiles. Reptiles means like snakes and other things which are lived about 250 million years and 65 million years ago. They are called as the Mesozoic period living things. So these are the main points in this lesson, and next session we will enter into the lesson and study about the earth.